It's so good to see you all again on this most special of Shabbatot. For a lot of reasons for me, but also just in general, because every Shabbat is special, you know? We're going to start with this nigun that we've done a few times here, and I actually wrote this nigun on a visit to Omaha, Nebraska, where they have this really cool setup where the synagogue and the church and the mosque all share a plot of land. And they've each built their holy spaces on this same plot of land. And it's called the Tri-Faith Campus. And they're able to do a lot of interfaith programming there. It's a really, really beautiful space and just a beautiful message about the ways we can work together and solve our differences, I think now more than ever in today's climate and world. So do it a couple of times, and as you get it, as you start to figure it out, feel free to join in with us. Let's sing that part again.
I gotta wait. Listen, I would never interrupt the end of a song. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
It feels so... Look around, guys. It feels like we're back. It's so nice. Look at our big, nice, full room with all of these familiar faces and so many new faces. Take a minute if you have a new face around you, or if you are a new face, look around, introduce yourself to somebody around you. You cannot introduce yourself to someone you came with. I see you. You're cheating. All right, so I've talked about this before, but my family's tradition on Shabbat is to take a minute, because we're so busy during the week, to reflect on the past week. So we do roses and thorns, but we're not going to do thorns because we're staying positive tonight. So if anybody has a rose of the week, a highlight of the week, something wonderful that they would like to share with this community, raise your hand. I will call on you. Tell us something good that happened this week. Rabbi Loss. It was wonderful. I was also there, even though I am not a grandparent, and it was fabulous. took your dog swimming. That is really a moment of joy. I love that. In the back, all the way in the back.
Made it to Michigan to celebrate my best friend's wedding.
Woo! That is a big rose, I'm sure, of many people in this room. So as we all think about our highlights of the week, the parts of our week that are bringing us joy and that we're spending time reflecting on this Shabbat, we'll light our Shabbat candles and sing our blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
So we have many new faces. This is a Lechadodi we've been doing now for several weeks, and you guys crush it. But let's do a quick review because we've got some new faces here joining us. Everybody do me a favor, sit up straight, feet on the ground, deep breath in, slowly out. That works with the Sunday school kids, and it works just as well here tonight with you all. You should see the posture change from up here. It's wild. Okay, listen first. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Your turn. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pinei Shabbat nikabela. Try that. Pinei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Your turn. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Beautiful. Last ending. Pinei Shabbat nikabela. Your turn. Pinei Shabbat nikabela. That'll be the part we sing all together. And as the custom here, when we get to verse 9, we'll rise to welcome the Shabbat bride. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pinei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pinei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, hishmianu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pinei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pinei Shabbat nikabela.
Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
כי באורך
לקבלה.
Rise to welcome the Sabbath bride. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה,
לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. פני שבת נקבלה. פני שבת נקבלה. We rise together for the call to worship. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la la la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai.
This next blessing in our service, this next prayer that we recite in our service, is a prayer called Ma'ariv Aravim. It's on page 47. It thanks God for making the evening fall and making days work the way they're supposed to work. When I read this, I always think about the power of nature, the beauty of nature, and the spirituality of being part of something greater than ourselves. And I saw, Casey posted this picture today of, where were you? Outside their hotel, getting ready for their wedding, their family coming in, and a giant rainbow in the background, which was just amazing. And then when I pulled into Temple, did anybody else see the rainbow over Temple coming in when it was pouring, when it was actually sunny, and it was very strange? But walking into Temple with a big rainbow overhead. And so in this moment, we give thanks for the beauty of nature and for our place within it. So we join together in the words of the Shema on page 55.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
And you shall love Adonai with all your soul and all your might, and teach these words through day and night to all your children. You shall love.
You shall love
Adonai.
Adonai
With all your soul.
with all your soul
And all your might.
and all your mind.
Teach these words.
Teach these words
Through day and night.
day and night
To all your children.
to all your children.
For it's their right.
It's their right.
With them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time.
Musical mics.
We're not used to having so many of us on the bima. It's been a long time. This is the moment we've been waiting for. After Ve'ahavta, that beautiful song about love, it is time to celebrate our couple who will be married this weekend. So Casey, come on up. Usually we say both of their names. But everybody knows you already.
I'm already
Jacob
here.
Krause. He's already up here.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, berach lochem mibeit Adonai. We welcome you who come in God's name and here in God's house. May you be blessed, that you may know the strength of your days, the length of your lives, and where there's love and where there's peace. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, berach lochem mibeit Adonai. We welcome you who come in God's name, and throughout your lives, may you be blessed, forever blessed.
Wow. I know. That was amazing. That was very special. What an incredible introduction. So for those of you who didn't know you were coming to this party tonight, Spike, our artist in residence, who's been with us for 3 years, getting married to his beloved this weekend. And before I bless the two of you as we prepare to begin this journey of going from being one thing to being something else, from being separate people to being part of a whole, I just want to tell both of you that we are just so excited for you both, and we love you so much, and everybody here loves you so much, right? Yeah. And it's so meaningful and so special that our entire congregation, who has really grown to love the two of you, maybe Casey just a little bit more than you, gets to be here and to be part of this special moment. So we're all kvelling with you. Everybody is just so happy to be part of this moment. And all of you are going to help bless Jacob and Casey today at their Afraf. So we ask God to bless the both of you, to bless you as individuals, to bless you as a couple as you begin this journey hand in hand. This is a journey that's going to take you to lots of wonderful places. It's going to take you on adventures. It's going to take you farther than each of you could have gone alone to be doing it together. And we ask God that your chuppah, your wedding canopy, be transformed into a home that's open to everybody who loves you, who's filled with care and support, and above all, a home that brings the two of you fulfillment and contentment and partnership and peace. And so may this just be the beginning. And may your beginning, just like the rest of your life, be filled with absolute love from everybody here and your family and your friends who came all the way from wherever you came from to be here to support you in New York. God, may you always be with Casey and Jacob, guiding them, supporting them, encouraging them, and being with them now and forever. And all of us together will add a hearty
Amen. Mazel tov.
Simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, yehelanu, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, yehelanu.
So next Shabbat, we will not be together, right? We will all be at home welcoming Shabbat and Pesach. And I think that the word freedom is kind of thrown around lightly. And what we just witnessed with this amazing couple is freedom. It's freedom to love who you want to love. It's freedom to be who you are. It's freedom to pursue what you want to pursue. And in Ukraine right now, we are seeing what freedom really is, right? To live peacefully, raise your children, go to the grocery store, just to live your life in peace. And so when you celebrate Shabbat next week and you celebrate Pesach, think about how we can make this world more free, truly free for everyone. We sing Mi Chamocha.
It's the same thing 3 times. It goes up and it comes down. Sing out loud, please. And the last note changes. Once more, you sound so beautiful. Beautiful. We'll come back to that. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar v'kodesh nora tehilot osef elem. If you remember this, you can sing along. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar v'kodesh nora tehilot osef
מלכותך רעם ובניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים זעירי זעירי אהבו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד
For freedom and we pray for peace. Please join me in the middle of page 64. Cause us, our Creator, to lie down in peace, and raise us up, O sovereign God, to renewed life and peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and be our shield of mercy and of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Haporei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Ushmor Tzeitenu, Uvoenu, L'chaim u'shalom, me'ata v'ad olam. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hashivenu
Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. V'hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim.
We rise together for the Amidah. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagi Tehillatech. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, Elyon Gorel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei ha'akol, Ve'zofer ha'se'avot ve'ima'ot, U'mevii ge'ula livnei bneihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך חוזר, מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו נשעני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. As you're seated, we pray silently.
So we've reached that moment in our service where once again our hearts turn towards peace. I feel like we're always praying for peace. And focusing, unfortunately, once again, this time on a stream of violence and terror in Israel taking place the last several weeks. The Hebrew term sinat chinam, senseless hatred, this violence, this hating other people because they're different than you, because they look different, or they pray differently, or they love differently. And as we send our love and our hope for peace, our need for peace out across the ocean, Ukraine, Israel, and all over the world, our peace offering tonight, we're going to sing the words of Moshe ben Ari. The band Salam, which is a group of Israelis and Palestinians who make music together, singing for shalom, for salam, for peace, by coming together, by overcoming obstacles and differences. And so we're going to channel that so we can send our love and our peace out into the world. Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Sing it like you want peace. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Pick your favorite part and keep going. Salam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Now switch your parts. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, like you need peace. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam. Everyone, Od yavo. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam.
So you may have noticed you can't see my face. You're not going to see my face for a little while because someone I love is sick. And if you're watching, I love you. This is an easy thing I can do, right, to keep someone safe. And another easy thing to do, but sometimes feels really hard, but hopefully feels easier when we're all together, is to pray. And so we sing the Misha Berach over and over and over until almost the words don't even make sense anymore. because we know that someone out there really, really needs it. And so let's do it again tonight. Let's sing together.
Sorry about that. I've noticed lately that in people's out-of-office replies, they often note that they will have little to no access to email, phone, or Wi-Fi, and that they will respond upon their return. Is that for real? I mean, where are they going that they don't have access to Wi-Fi? Well, I do know one place, and that's where I was last week. For spring break, my family went west to Washington State, where I was raised. We didn't even go into the city, but traveled straight away to the Pacific coast to a tiny place called Kalelach, a name derived from the Quinault term Keileach, which means a good place to land. And I assure you, it was. There was no Wi-Fi, but if I stood in just the right spot, across from the lodge and just over a little bit, with my arm positioned just so, I could get 1 bar. It was just enough to play Wordle each morning, but not enough to read my email or make a phone call. We figured out that my family has been going to Kalelach for 47 years. We love it there. The beach is strewn with driftwood, which we climb all over and then pose for pictures. We spend hours beachcombing for shells and rocks. You wouldn't believe the number of rocks we bring home each year, even with a 16 and 18-year-old. We take hikes in the rainforest. The Olympic Peninsula is home to the only 3 temperate rainforests in the Northern Hemisphere. We build fires on the beach and make s'mores. Benji and Jessica took a polar plunge, and we hang out in our cabins that sit right on the bluff overlooking the ocean. Now, if you know my family, you won't be surprised to hear that we load up the car with everything that one would need for a week or a year at the beach, such that there's barely enough room left for any of the people. We bring all our food, extra cookware, paper goods, snacks, coffee, books, games. Oh, the games. Rummy Cube, Mahjong. I learned to play Mahjong this week. Scrabble, Monopoly, you name it, we brought it. But as I look back over the week, the highlights didn't include any of the stuff that we brought. We made our own fun. I can't stop thinking about the night Benji led us in drama games and introduced us to Bus Stop. The premise is that a person is sitting on a bench at a bus stop when another person comes along and does something to make person number 1 uncomfortable so that they want to leave the bus stop.
When Danny sat down next to Sheldon and started taking off his shoes and socks, that was enough to scare anyone away. We played all night, and there were plenty of scenarios that just aren't Bima appropriate. But if you want to hear them, I'm happy to tell you later. Suffice it to say, we laughed, and we laughed, and we laughed, and it was good old-fashioned fun. What a great week. Off the grid, totally unplugged, absolutely relaxed, together with our family, making memories that we added to the last 47 years of memory making at Kalelach. Kalelach was a great precursor to Passover, our springtime festival that is all about telling stories, sharing memories, laughing, playing games, and being together as we recall the Exodus from Egypt. And tonight is Shabbat Hagadol, the great Sabbath that falls the Shabbat before Passover, and this year coming an entire week in advance of Seder, giving us time to prepare. One of the things I love about Passover is that it is a home-based holiday celebrated around the family table. The Talmud teaches, as long as the temple existed, the altar would atone for Israel. Now a person's table atones for them. Who knew the table was so important? Well, the truth is, anyone who has eaten a meal with a family around a table, whether it be Thanksgiving dinner, a birthday celebration, or a Pesach Seder, knows. Sharing a meal and all the stories that come along with it brings a load of meaning, though it is also a lot of preparation and not just the dinner. Each year we ask ourselves, how will we tell this story? It is more than a recitation from the Haggadah. From the beginning, the Seder was intended to be engaging and energetic and challenging and a little out of the ordinary, and maybe even a little uncomfortable, like the bus stop game. The rabbis meant for it to be a discussion, a conversation, wrestling with ideas and questions. That's why this night is different from all other nights. The Haggadah, a teacher that I studied with this week taught me, is an operation manual with invitations for activities and experiences, whether you act out the story as a play or play games in place of the search for the afikomen. It takes our holiest rituals and turns them and turns them and turns them, so it's not just a standard narration, but in my teacher's words, a full-bodied experience. Consider all the things that we do at the Seder that would be forbidden any other night of the year. We sing. We play with our food by dipping our fingers into the wine, not to mention the North African custom that we've adopted at our house, whipping our seatmates with scallions to remember what it meant to be enslaved. Children are encouraged to participate. We get up from the table, we run around looking for the afikomen, we open the door for Elijah. It's a pretty dramatic scene, especially for the dinner table. And where my children were little, I encouraged them to follow in the footsteps of Rav Huna, who at the beginning of the Seder would open the door and shout, "Let all who are hungry come and eat." No one except our expected guests ever came, but it was fun, and it reminded us that there is always room at the Seder table. This night is meant to be inclusive of everyone, from the very youngest to the eldest member of the family, to extended family, to neighbors, to strangers, and to friends. So why is this night different from all other nights? My dad asked us one year at the Seder. And my middle sister, Amy, piped up and said, "Because we eat in the dining room." I can't help but laugh remembering that moment. And we tell that story every single year. It was so Amy, and now part of our family lore. I love how family traditions are incorporated into the communal ones for all of us. The story I heard about the time one congregant opened the door for Elijah and the neighbor's dog was standing there. And another family who asked each person to sign the Haggadah that they used so that there would always be a record of who sat at the table from year to year. There aren't a lot of holidays like this, home-based, table-based. I believe there is something extraordinary about the concept of us sitting at a table that reminds us that we don't have to be so serious, even as we are talking about the most consequential themes of our identity, redemption and freedom. And just as the Seder itself evolved over time, we have both the opportunity and the obligation to bring both our own selves and our own values to the table. My teacher reminded me, though, don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. Feel free to change, adapt, transform, but bits at a time. There is value in tradition. It is this that connects us to our past, while the changes simultaneously allow us to make new memories for the future. So maybe you'll find a new Haggadah, or focus on a new theme, or find a new recipe, or ask the children questions instead of the other way around, or add a few items to your Seder plate to represent modern concerns. At an intimate Seder that I am proud to be leading this coming week at the governor's house in Lansing, I'm adding sunflower seeds to our Seder table, to our Seder plate, to acknowledge the war in Ukraine, since the sunflower is their national flower. I've heard of others who are adding olives to represent the olive branch from the story of Noah as a prayer for peace. There are lists of additions that you might find meaningful. Look online. I found more than 6 million results in a Google search for additions to the Seder plate. At the end of the day, we are the storytellers for our families, based in tradition, experience, and memory. Just gather the family around the table, tell the story. Be sure to laugh and share and challenge and engage and eat good food and appreciate each other, because ultimately, that's what the story and our tradition is all about. So I wish you all a Chag Pesach Sameach in advance, and tonight, a Shabbat Shalom.
המלאך הגואל אותי, המלאך הגואל אותי מכל רע, מכל רע. המלאך הגואל אותי, המלאך הגואל אותי מכל רע, מכל רע. יברך את הנערים ויקרא בהם שמי, בשם אבותי אברהם ויצחק, וידגו לרוב בקרב הארץ. המלאך הגואל אותי, המלאך הגואל אותי מכל רע, מכל רע. המלאך הגואל אותי, המלאך הגואל אותי מכל רע, מכל רע. Bless this child, bless this family, may they forever be linked with me and with those who came before across the generations. May they grow to be
the best of the nation, Hamalach HaGoeloti. Hamalach HaGoeloti.
So beautiful. We turn now to the conclusion of our service. Page 189 for the Aleinu. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigli haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot hadama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kecho hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'nemar b'hayad Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom ha'u, bayom ha'u, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Page 195. We are the pages of the book that was begun those many years ago. We are the holders of the dream that shines brightly in our children's eyes. We are the ember of the flame that was gleaned from those who walked before. Threads together woven, joys and sorrow to each other bound, a people forever united. At this moment, we recall those who've died in the past 30 days in the period of Shloshim. We remember Ann Coleman, Judith Penny Golden, Dr. Victor Gordon, Lawrence Green, Marilyn Gus, Larry Hammerman, Darren Hessenthaler, Daniel Hoffer, Lois Katz, Dr. Kevin Kreitman, Dr. Bernard Bernie Cole, Dr. Kenneth Stewart Ken Lader, Dr. Jerry Lesson, Dr. Jonathan Adam Mamet, Harold Nimchonik, Brenda Rubin, Rosalind Rubin, Susan Reiches, Joachim Sekel, Celia Sigmund, Leanne Small, Dr. Dennis Sobel, Dr. Alan Weiss, Sarah Whites. And to their names we add those whose yard sites fall at this time, the anniversary of their passing. Alec Abramovitz, Ruth Elias Aftel, Lillian Albert, Elsie Baghdad, Julia Barris, Gary Belgrad, Mildred Belgrad, Beverly Benderoff, Meyer Mike Barish, Hinda Berman, Violet Berman, Robert Bishop, Abraham Brandis, Rita Brandis Rubin, Ronald Brandis, Richard Brado, Molly Rosa Brevoort, Nathan Brickman, Fred Scheiman, George Scheiman, Anna Cooper, Ray Dorfman Weiss, Howard Elias, Herman Emmer, Molly Pfefferman, Susan Fishman, Goldie Franklin, Al Friedenthal, Ellen Friedenthal, Carl Bubba Friedman, Gladys Friedman, Jeffrey Foreman, Edward Geffen, Hilda Geffen, Max Glass, Clarence Goldberg, Wolf Goldberg, Lou Goldman, Izzy Goodman, Gittel Greenberg, Shirley Gross, Samuel Hack, Sadie Hamer, Janice Jan R. Herkowitz, Jerry Hollenstadt, Fred Howard, Gerald Ingber, Milton Jacobs, Rose Jacobs, David Kahan, Isidore Katz, Phyllis Fielding Clayfat, Barney Lackman, Norman Lakoff, Bernie Lampier, Hava Lightman, Ruth Letvin, Betty Levitsky, Arnold Levy, Harriet Mellon, Suzanne Mendelson, Alan Mennick, Tilly Miller, David Mills, Leonard Natinsky, Charles Newman, Barbara Norris, Emil Phillips, Ann Jonas Pinchuk, Marion Rich, Lawrence Ross, Louis Roth, Margot Rubens, Matthew Rubin, Susan Schoenberger, Dr. Arthur Schwartz, David Robert Shanneman, Patricia Shanbaum, Lawrence Schuyler, Richard Sloan, Arnold Slutsky, Martin Smallheiser, Arthur Smith, Howard Stone, Marvin Talon, Edwin Tarnapol, Belle Waldron, Jack P. Warren, Abraham Whites, Jacqueline Wilnowski, Rose Wool, Harold Bernstein, and Barbara Kraken. Tehei Nishmotehen Sorot B'Tzrachaim. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life and memory, as we turn now to the words of the Kaddish on page 199. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divra chirute ve'amlich malchute, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam omeo maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yama v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. O say shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. It's so good to see you here. Thanks for... I think I speak for everybody up here when I say it's so good to hear this space with voices in it again. Harmony, song. Thanks for sharing this special moment with me and my family. Surprise. I didn't know that was going to happen when you showed up tonight. We're going to close with this song, with these words together, Ein Keloheinu. So please sing out loud.
Hey,
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.